Hey guys, this is Echo Soundworks with ADSR. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can transform pretty much any sample into a unique sounding hi-hat with minimal steps, minimal fuss. Now, the reason why I want to show you this technique is because sometimes when you're working on a track, a typical sounding hi-hat just doesn't cut it, right? There are times where like a 808 or a 909 sounding hi-hat's just not going to be interesting enough, or it doesn't fit the character, or maybe you just want to experiment and kind of, do some different things with your sound. So that's where this technique will be helpful. Now, I have a little demo that I'm working on, and it fits that bill where I want to have more of a unique sounding hi-hat. So we're going to create one from a random sample. So let's take a quick listen. All right, so pretty simple drum track in terms of the drum pattern right now. We got kick, snare, percussion loop, and we have some Foley. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using a sampler because I like to play my hi-hats in on my keys. I'm not a huge fan of programming them in via audio. Sometimes if it's a real simple pattern, I will, but I know a lot of producers, a lot of you guys out there like doing that. So if you want to drag in audio, make sure that you're warping or when you're pitching up the sample, that it's not warping the audio, that it's not time stretching it. So if you guys are Ableton users, turn off warp for this. So I'm going to use Alchemy as my sampler just so I can pitch something up and play it on a keyboard. So let's open up Alchemy. I have the default preset loaded up. And let's just drag in. Let's just drag this into our oscillator and select sampler. And now we have that sample on our keyboard. So what I'm going to do is just crank up the tune here. Usually you want to go at least 20 semitones up. So now it is sounding like this. Right. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that this is in the realm of a hi-hat. So steps to that would be to make sure that there are no low or mid frequencies. It needs to be high frequency content only. It is a hi-hat sound after all. So you can accentuate any frequencies as you see fit. And then also reverb usually helps. I'm going to use FabFilter Pro R for this, and I'm using kind of like a Corsi setting, and it's basically just adding a real small amount of space, but the difference is quite noticeable. Right, so we have a bit of pitch with this sample. So the next step would be to make sure that whatever note or whatever pitch you have it pitched up to makes sense for your track, right? All right, so here is the pattern. Right, doesn't sound too cool yet, but check this out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna load up the step effects inside of Logic. I've already loaded this up. And you just turn off all the modulation effects like the delay, the reverb. You can even turn off distortion if you want, but I want a little bit of saturation in this. And you just want the step oscillator to basically be a gate mix or follow an envelope or do something to the volume. And then you can get these really organic sounding hi-hat patterns from basically just playing in like, right? So I was just playing a couple keys on the keyboard. So let's take a quick listen to just the drums now. And let's listen to the whole thing. And yeah, that's all from that sample that we dragged in. We pitched up, added a little bit of reverb, cut out the lows, and added a little bit of the step effects, but you don't have to do that. You could just take more time to program your pattern. I didn't want to do that for the video. Just wanted to show you how quick and easy this can be. And it's a pretty unique sounding hi-hat. It's got a different vibe, obviously, than just using your run-of-the-mill 808, 909 style drum machine hi-hat. So if you guys have any questions or comments, post those below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. If you guys like this video and want to see more videos like it, please hit that like and subscribe button. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.